Hello friends, this is the scariest story by MJM, and today's horror story is about Kong and Godzilla's terrible battle for survival. In the meantime, they face a creature more terrifying than themselves that they must destroy. So please stay with me until the end of this horror story. Beneath the perpetual storm clouds of Skull Island, a darkness whispered. It crept through the tangled vines, slithered beneath ancient roots, and infected the air with a cold, malignant hum. Kong, the island's king, felt it gnaw at his bones, a premonition of something beyond the primal fear of rival predators. On the other side of the world, Godzilla, the radioactive leviathan, sensed the same insidious tendrils reaching into his volcanic lair. An honest crawl under his reptilian skin, replacing the familiar burn of atomic fire with a chilling dread. Drawn by this shared nightmare, both titans converged on a forgotten temple hidden within the heart of a dormant volcano. The air buzzed with unseen energy, a static prelude to something monstrous. As they entered the temple, carved with glyphs depicting forgotten horrors, the darkness solidified. It oozed from the shadows, taking the form of a skeletal leviathan, its bones wrapped in tattered flesh and glowing with sickly green energy. The Voidbringer, as the ancients called it, raised its skull-faced maw, unleashing a scream that flayed the flesh and shredded sanity. Godzilla roared, his atomic breath erupting in a dazzling inferno, but the Voidbringer simply absorbed the energy, its eyes flashing with avarice. Kong, with primal fury, pounded his chest and tore through the Voidbringer's bony form, but his fists passed through like phantoms. The battle became a grotesque palette of pain and terror. Godzilla's radioactive bite left festering wounds that refused to heal, oozing the very essence of darkness. Kong, his eyes clouded with madness, pummeled the Voidbringer until his own arms bled bone white. The temple began to crumble, reality warping under the Voidbringer's malignant influence. Godzilla weakened, reeling, collapsed, his atomic fire sputtering. Kong, his muscles screaming in protest, stood alone against the impossible foe. But in the depth of his rage, a flicker of something else emerged. Not just primal dominance, but a glimmer of something akin to understanding. He looked at Godzilla, the once hated rival, now a fallen comrade facing the same oblivion. With a roar that shook the very ground, Kong did the unthinkable. He leaped onto the Voidbringer's head, channeling his remaining strength into a primal scream. The sound, pure and raw, resonated with the forgotten magic of the temple, disrupting the Voidbringer's dark symphony. For a terrifying moment, all was still. Then, with a shriek that tore through the fabric of reality, the Voidbringer imploded upon itself, collapsing into a singularity of darkness. The temple shuddered, then burst into a million pieces, spewing both titans out into the storm-racked sky. Kong landed hard on the jungle floor, battered and broken but alive. Godzilla weakened but his atomic fire rekindled. Looked at Kong with something new in his eyes, grudging respect, a bond forged in the crucible of shared horror. As the storm subsided, a shaky dawn painted the sky. Neither titan knew what the future held, but they knew one thing for certain: they were not alone. In the face of unimaginable darkness, they had found an unlikely alliance, a testament to the primal resilience of life against the ever-present void. And on that storm-drenched island, a fragile peace settled, a reminder that even in the darkest of nights, a glimmer of hope can flicker back to life. Thank you for your time. If you enjoyed this horror story, please subscribe my channel, like the video, and write your comments. And I leave you to the great God until Thursday.